Welcome to On Fire to Inspire. I'm your host, Aaliyah, the Purpose Midwife. I want to thank you for joining me this evening as we talk about it's time to take off the cape. So before we hop in on that topic, because y'all, I'm so excited about that topic, because I'm telling you, I had to, before I could come to you with this topic, I had to do it myself, okay? So do me a favor. Can y'all hit that share button? And share this with a friend, share this with a coworker, share it with a family member. And I want to thank our sponsors. As I thank our sponsors, y'all hit that share button, and we're gonna hop right on in shortly, okay? But I want to thank our sponsors first. I want to thank Move with Mina on Facebook. You can check her out at Dance with Mina. Come dance with Mina. You can check her out right there. And she has several opportunities for you to move Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. They're available online on Mondays and Thursdays. But Mondays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go visit her on Facebook Land at Come Dance with Mina or Dance with Mina, MENA, and you'll be able to see her different posts. Make sure you like it because when she has events, when she's having different sessions, she'll be able to notify you from there once you like the page. And if you're interested in doing a virtual, guess what you do? You go ahead and send her a request, send her a message and say, hey, I want to join your live this evening. So jump on, y'all. Don't let another day go by for you to say, I wish I would have. It's time for you to serve you, okay? So Dance with Mina on Facebook. Make sure you hop over and do that. And then we have Mom Biz Boss, multiple operational managers. So if you are a mother or an entrepreneur as a mom, or you are an aspiring entrepreneur, you want to join these ladies. And I tell you, it's an amazing group of women. You can learn from them, you can glean from them, because many of them have so many different kinds of businesses, even the ones that have the same kind of businesses. You're able to learn from each other. Sometimes there are collaborations. They have monthly meetups, and it's just an awesome organization. So mombizboss.org, mombiz boss.org. All right. Next up, we have, let's see, am I forgetting anybody? Okay, so finally we have my books. If you don't have any of my books, you can get them on onfiretoinspire.com, or you can get them on linktree dot slash, on Fire to Inspire. All the information that I'm giving you is over in the comments section as well. So make sure you hop over there and get that out of there from all of our sponsors. Thank you for supporting our sponsors. Thank you so much for tuning in there again. So again, hit that share button, and we're going to hop on tonight's show. We're going to be talking about taking that cape off. All right. So I took some notes for myself because I did not want to leave anything out, y'all. As I said, you got to first be the first partaker, right? You've got to be able to say, hey, I did this. So as I did it, I can help you do it, right? So I was able to take the last couple of weeks off to just kind of breathe, get ready for this conference that I'm hosting in 2 months, and just intentionally take some time to just spend time with God, spend time with my husband, and just breathe for the moment. But this segment is for the superwoman, for that superman that you're always on the go. You always have your cape on. But guess what? We're going to talk about that intentional self-care this evening. We're going to talk about making sure that you're tuning in and taking care of you so you avoid the burnout. You're able to refuel your body, your mind, your soul. Y'all, it's not just important. It is mandatory. It's not selfish to take care of yourself. It's not selfish. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is mandatory. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever worn yourself so much to where you wake up, you go to bed tired, you wake up tired, and then throughout the day you're still tired because you're not resting, you're not truly resting, you're even in your restful state, you're just letting your mind wander, go. You got to learn how to unplug and just shut everything down. Because guess what, y'all? We live in a world where Everybody praises being busy. Just they harp on exhaustion. Y'all, exhaustion is overrated. Being busy is overrated. You've got to take the time out, because if you don't take that cape off intentionally, your body is going to snatch it off for you. Okay. What it's going to do is tell you, like my body told me one time, my body said, if you don't sit down, I'm going to show you I can shut down. Okay. So you want to make sure that you take the time out to take care of your body, so your body don't go into that shutdown mode, because it can show up in many forms, whether you get the flu or cold, whatever. But we got to give ourselves that intentional time. And also, that we want to make sure that we're taking time out for ourselves, so that we can avoid burnout, so we can avoid mental burnout, because that's real too, y'all. And then emotional breakdown. So many people are emotionally breaking down, and a lot of it is because we're not resting. We're not resting. But I'm here to help you out, because guess what? I had to help me, right? So I'm here to help you. I'm your coach. I am ready to help you out. So if you're taking notes, number one, again, self-care is not an option. It is a necessity. All right. It's not optional. It's a necessity. So it's not a luxury. It's not, and y'all, self-care doesn't mean you got to spend money all the time. Self-care may be just going to sit in your yard, or go for a walk, or whatever that looks like for you. Self-care is not a luxury. It's a lifeline. Baby, it's your life support. If you are not intentionally taking care of yourself, you got to put your mask on for yourself first, all right? So just like we plug these phones in, we got to get them, we got to charge them, and we got to do the same thing for these bodies, for our mind, for our soul. We have to recharge us, just like we make sure we're charging these things. We got chargers everywhere. We got these little banks with us that we're carrying with us to make sure those are charged. But what are you doing to make sure that you're recharging this? Okay. So we can't pour from an empty cup. If we try to pour from empty cups, guess what we get? We pour out bitterness, we pour out resentment, we pour out frustration and exhaustion. But if we're moving in that place of we're rested and we're resting, y'all, we're pouring out from a place of joy. People feel your joy. You're infectious, right? They feel your love. They feel, and you see the creativity, and everybody's like, "Ooh." And guess what? All you did was took time to rest. You took the time to intentionally rest. Yes, working with your plants. Okay, I love that. And sometimes, Mama Teresa, many times as mothers, we've been mama when the kids are small, we've been wife, we've been all of these different things. And sometimes we lose us, because I know that was my story when my daughter was younger. But then you got to shift into that next mode. What is it that you like now? What you like even last year may not be what you're interested in now. So take time to get to know you now. What do you like now? What makes you happy? What makes you peaceful? What makes you say, "Oh, I can just," whatever that is, figure that out. I want you to figure out what you like now, because it may not be. I'm sure it's not the same thing that you used to like 5 years ago. I'm sure it's not. So, number one, self care is not optional, it is mandatory. Okay, it's a necessity. Number two, permission to pause. Give yourself permission to pause. Okay, taking off that cape means giving yourself permission without guilt, without feeling guilty. Because y'all, sometimes just taking that time for ourselves, we feel guilty. No, no more. Don't feel guilty. And guess what? You don't need to give anybody an explanation either. No explanation necessary. Okay. So take off that cape, give yourself permission. No explanation is necessary. You need it. Rest is not laziness, y'all. Rest is restoration. Rest is refueling. Rest is rejuvenating. Rest is giving your body, your mind, your soul all that it needs. Sometimes just being still. That's what you need. Sometimes the most productive thing that you can do is rest. Because if you're tired and you're just burning the candle from every end, you can't get anything really, really done. And if you're trying to, guess what happens? You make a lot of mistakes because I was seeing that. I typed that like the spell check didn't catch it because I was moving and burning the candle from all kind of ends and not taking the time to just truly take the time and breathe and rest. I teach this to my clients all the time, y'all. But guess what? I wouldn't be a student of what I teach. So make sure that you're taking intentional time to rest. Sometimes we may have to be in order to be more productive, we may have to silence these things, y'all. Silence it, turn that laptop off, put it to the side if you're on your desktop, shut it on down, and just be still. Just be still and just breathe. Just breathe. Sometimes you can be so overwhelmed with life, with all the things coming at you. You have everything, life, ministry, whatever you have going on, and the multiple things that you have going on. And sometimes you just need to breathe. All right. And so you got to ask yourself, when was the last time that I truly breathed? When was the last time I truly paused? When was the last time that I truly enjoyed being still and then just enjoying the moment, doing nothing? When was the last time you did that? Can you answer that? Truthfully answer that? I can now, but I'm telling you, it took me a long time to be able to do so. Even in Psalms 127, second verse, 127 to 2, in the NIV and part B, second part of the scripture, it said, He grants sleep to those He loves. Y'all, it's time to rest. It's time to sleep. If we put God first and put Him in it, because a lot of times we're doing things, but is He in it? Is He a part of it? Did we put Him at the forefront of it? Or are we just going on our own plans and He's not in it? That can also wear you out and burn you out. Okay. So make sure that you're putting Him in it. Make sure that you're being still. Make sure that you're being intentional about taking time out for you. So, number one, I said self-care was not optional. It is mandatory. It is necessary. Number two, we talked about give yourself permission to pause. And number three, let's talk about some practical self-care practices. So, Mama Teresa said she loves working with her plants. She is, when I tell you, a horticulturist from the heart, y'all, she is the one. My green thumb, I don't have that. She has that though. But what do you do for you? So I want you this week, today is only Tuesday, this week, I want you to schedule some time, even if it's 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. Schedule some time for yourself to do something that you want to do. Just like you would block out a meeting for your job or for church or for whatever else, block out 5 to 10 minutes for yourself to do whatever it is you want to do. Is it breathe? Is it sit on your couch? Is it lay down for a minute? Whatever, 5 to 10 minutes, set your timer and just do whatever that is. What do you do in the morning? Do you just automatically pop up and grab this? That's stressing you out too. So you got to be intentional even when you're waking up. I was reading some stuff and it was talking about how we are getting dressed by everything but natural light, right? And it was talking about how the natural light can refuel us and refresh us and help. It was almost like grounding us. I was like, wow, many of us don't get dressed by natural light. But it was saying that in the first 30 minutes of waking up, it's important to get some natural light. If you can. Some people wake up so early that they can't do that, but you still want to get some natural light and some vitamin D. Yeah, many times we're working, doing, we don't even get any natural vitamin D. Midday check-in. I want you to check in on yourself midday and say, have I eaten today? Have I rested? Have I moved today? Because if you are like many of us that work from home, you're sitting most of the day. And they said that sitting is like the new smoking. Y'all, we're not moving around as much. And so we're getting stiff. So you got to be intentional about moving, especially if you work from home. Y'all, you got to get up from in front of these computers. And then ask yourself, have I hydrated? When was the last time I drank something? When was the last time you went to the bathroom? Because some people sitting there holding it. Oh, I got to finish this report. That report can wait for you to go empty your bladder, okay? You've got to do some check-ins, and you got to be intentional about taking care of these temples. And then as the evening, your evening wind down, what are you doing as the evening wind down? Most of us are still fooling with these things right here. But it was saying if you can turn or let go of the phones, the laptops, and things of that nature, 30 minutes to an hour before you go to sleep, just turn off the screens. It will help you with your resting. It'll help you because a lot of times those things help keep us wired to where we can't rest and we're awake. So if we're trying to at least minimally 30 minutes, just turn that stuff off. Read, do something that you can do without those. Say no, and you don't have to apologize. Say no with no apologies. Y'all, when I learned about the no ministry, honey, I got delivered. You hear me? You got to learn how to say no. You don't know it owe anybody an explanation or an apology. You just are taking the time for you. No, I don't feel like doing that. No, I don't want to do that. No, I have a scheduled meeting. And you're not lying. Your scheduled meeting is with yourself because you have to take this time out for yourself, right? Amen. Amen. And once a week, I need you to purely do something for joy. What is that brings you joy? I need you at least once a week to do something that's going to bring you joy. I ask my clients every week. They have a homework assignment from me. So when we do our talks or our check-ins, they have to tell me what they did to do. What did they do to serve themselves, or what did they do for themselves? Yeah, it can be simple as I listen to my favorite podcast, or I went for a walk, or I want them to tell me what they did for themselves, not for your children, not for your spouses. What did you do for you? And so I need you to be able to do that this week and be intentional about starting to do something for you again. Start out with 5 to 10 minutes. I promise you, it will change your life. So we're going to take a quick little break. And in this little break, I'm going to set my watch for 60 seconds. I'm going to set for 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Because a lot of times, y'all, 60 seconds is a long time when you are always doing this and you don't know how to be still, right? But for 60 seconds, I want you to just breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Just breathe. And while you're breathing, I want you to not think about anything, to not think about anybody. I want you to just be present in the present and just breathe. Enjoy the time of just saying, I don't have anybody that I have to answer to. Nobody's calling my name. Nobody's asking me for a report. Nobody's asking me for anything for this next 28 seconds or so. I want you to just breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Because again, our bodies need this. You've got to tune and turn everything else off so that you can take care of this right here. Because you cannot keep pouring from an empty vessel. You've got to keep breathing. You got 6 more seconds. Actually, it wasn't even 6, y'all. That was a minute. Can you believe it? That minute went by fast. But I just needed you to be intentional. And I didn't even play music because sometimes we get so caught up in, oh, I love that song, and we get to singing. No, I just needed you to breathe for 1 minute. And you did it. Y'all did it. 1 minute and 3 seconds, you breathe. And I'm proud of you. You took time out for you to serve you for 1 minute and 3 seconds. So I want you to make a pact with yourself and for yourself. The rest of this week, you're going to at least one day. You have 5 more days. Let's see, today's Tuesday. You have, if you want to count it up to Saturday, between now and Saturday, I want you to pencil in some time for 5 to 10 minutes for yourself, to serve yourself. What does that look like? You can only answer that. What brings you joy? What makes you happy? It may just be what we just did. Close your eyes and just breathe for 5 minutes. Whatever that is that you feel like you need to just refuel, refresh, and release everything else. Just breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out everything that no longer serves you, everything that's causing you to be anxious, everything that you just say, I gotta get rid of this. Just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth and get rid of all of that. All right. So, in closing, I want you to make sure that you're breathing this week. I want you to make sure that you take a time out for you this week and the following weeks. But we're going to start with this week. All right. So, my challenge for you for the next week and this week and for the next week is to choose one intentional self care activity for yourself. If it's breathing, if it's walking, if it's tending to your plants, if it's painting, drawing, whatever it is that you love to do, I want to challenge you to serve you. I want you to challenge you to intentionally do something that you love doing. And if you don't know what that is, you have a couple of days to figure it out. Okay. So figure out what it is I love doing now. Because what you used to love doing, you may not love anymore. Number two, tell yourself daily that rest is my responsibility. Rest is my responsibility because guess what? People will keep pouring on and pouring on because they know, oh, Aaliyah can do it, Aaliyah can handle it. But you got to learn to unplug, tell everybody, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. No. And say intentionally, rest is my responsibility. If I don't take the time to do it, guess what? It's not going to get done. So you've got to tune in and take the responsibility to rest for you. Your children need you. Your grandchildren need you. Your family needs you. But you can't serve them if you don't first serve you. Put the mask on for yourself. Put that oxygen mask on for yourself first. So number one, I want you to do some type of self-care activity for yourself. Number two, I want you to tell yourself daily that rest is my responsibility. And then number three, when you feel the urge to, I got to push through, I want you to just pause for just a moment because at that point, you're already tired. Just pause for a moment. Just breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth and just say, okay, I can finish this, but is it worth my health? Because it's going to start showing up in your health in some way. And every person that I know that, that's dealing with a lot of different things, it's compounded because we're not getting enough rest. Okay. So make sure you're getting the rest for yourself. And if you value your life, you value your everything about you, take time to value you and just be intentional. Because like I said, resting, relaxing, self-care is not selfish. It's not optional. It's mandatory. And it's a necessity. So treat it as such. Rest is your responsibility. So, y'all, I want you to, if you have a friend or family member that needs this reminder, y'all send this to them. Send the replay to them. Sow this into them. If you are on Facebook listening, and when we end this, I want you to go over to YouTube, like the page, subscribe, and then tell me something that you are planning to do for you this week. That's how I want you to be accountable to you for you. I'm helping you be accountable to you, right? So I want you to go over to YouTube, and I'll type that in here, Aaliyah the Purpose Midwife on YouTube. Subscribe, and tell me what you're going to do for yourself this week. We're going to take time out for ourselves. We're taking care of these temples. We're showing up for ourselves because many of us, guess what, y'all? We're not getting any younger. But we got to take care of these temples. We got to be here for the ones who are needing us. And we can't help them if we're not helping us first. So we don't want you to just exist. We want you to live a fulfilling life. I don't want you to settle. I want you to be living in that place. As Roz and I was saying, and Candy we were talking yesterday, living from that place of overflow. God is giving it to us. But we can't live in the overflow when we're depleted. So it's time to rest. It's time to show up for you. It's time to get hydrated. Drink some water. Drink some water, y'all. Get some rest. Show up for you. And that's how you're showing yourself self-love and self-care. I'm Aaliyah the Purpose Midwife. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Again, share this with a family member, a friend that needs to hear this. Go over to Aaliyah the Purpose Midwife on YouTube and make sure you're telling me what you plan to do for yourself this week, because you are going to take that time out to serve yourself first. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week. Same time, same place, right here on Friday Inspire. Blessings to you.